Welcome to the Kicking Up Dust Media channel. Today we've got a guest, someone very well known in the UK, Sheikh the Baker.
Glad to be here, bro.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
You know, everyone knows Sheikh the Baker, the rapper. You've been around the scene. You've been around for a while. You know, you've even done a song with Stoner, who's from our neighborhood, basically.
Yeah, sick tune.
Yeah, so everyone knows you when it comes to the music. But we want to know more about you, like where you grew up or whatever. So the first question I got for you, I ask all my guests is, where were you born? Where did you grow up? Where's your family from?
I was born in Whips Cross Hospital in Leytonstone. So I've been living in my estate my whole life since I was born. So my mum and dad obviously come from Pakistan. I got an older sister, older brother and a baby sister. But I think growing up where I'm from, there's not a lot of other Asian people in my community, so we never really had that strong Asian community of people, or even being able to speak the same language as my mum. Man's totally gone off of that over the years. It's slowly been, you know what I'm saying? It's out of man's head now. I can't even speak my own language and stuff like that, which I'm ashamed to say, but I'll learn it back one day, inshallah.
So even though you're from East, but you're from a part of East that's not like, there's not many Asians, because Walthamstow is quite close to you guys.
Walthamstow is full of Asians. That's what I'm saying. But obviously, I come from an estate.
Okay.
You see, like when you come from an estate like I did, like
it's different.
It's like your whole community, everything you need is in this one
area.
estate. You don't really need to leave. If you're leaving, you're probably getting up to no good.
No good, yeah.
In my estate, you got your own health center. You got shop. You got chip shop.
Yeah.
You got Indian. There used to be a pub there. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything you would need in life can be had in this little.
So this little area. You don't need to leave the area.
You wouldn't really have to, unless
so
you was going somewhere important, or you got a reason to leave to go to Walthamstow Market or something like that. There's been whole summers that I think I've spent on my strip. On
the block.
I never left my strip for a whole summer.
That's how it goes, and obviously, as a kid, that's where you spend most of your days, isn't it?
Nah, as a kid I was at home, man. I don't think I was allowed out like that.
Seriously?
Until a bit later.
Okay, but what I mean is, as growing up, you grew up in that same environment. That's what you know, innit, right?
That's what you know, innit? That's what you know.
So growing up, like, how was it for you, like you said, there's not many Asians in your neighborhood or whatever. What was it like for you in like secondary school and things like that?
Secondary school was alright, because obviously it's London, innit? So it's not like you're gonna have a predominantly white school. You know, like when you leave London, you realise like this country is obviously supposed to be predominantly white, innit? But in London, you don't see that. In London, it's very mixed.
Yeah, of course.
Like you go late and you don't really hardly see any white people. You see mixed black, Somalian, flipping Turkish, whatever.
Everything, yeah.
It's the same that in London right now. So in my school, it was obviously a mixture of people. So I blended right in.
And as a kid, what were you like at school? Did you behave yourself? Were you naughty?
I was a very good kid, man.
Seriously?
Especially the whole primary school. Very good kid. Very bright prospect. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, secondary school, slightly, things got a little bit off the rail. Might start hanging around with the wrong crowd.
What? Just because of the wrong crowd, or?
I'll be honest, man. I was very easily influenced. You know what I'm saying? And I was quite liked by people in general. So, I think girls and stuff, you see, like that shit would send you down the wrong road fast. Especially if you ain't got a good male role model at home that's actually going to be teaching you the ins and outs of what it's going to be like growing up as a teenager. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of
get lost.
A lot of parents that come from like the Asian, West Indian, African backgrounds, they didn't really know what was going on outside.
See what it is? My dad knew what was going on outside. My dad was outside. Do you know what I'm saying? He was outside. He spent his whole life outside. But my dad was in prison a lot. So he did quite a lot of time in prison when I was young.
What was he in prison for, if we could?
He shot a man once, went to prison. And another time, it's some sort of importation situation. I don't even know the ins and outs. I was younger them times. But
that's mad. I didn't even know that, you know. And so growing up, you said in secondary school, things started to change.
I started bunning weed, bro. You see this bunning weed thing? It's serious, you know.
And how did you fund that?
How did I fund bunning weed, bro? It's hard. Man's going 250 each between 4 men, buying a bed and smoking, getting fried. And
was it then that you started like rapping and?
Yeah, more or less the same time.
On the block,
I started rapping. Yeah.
And what were you rapping about? Stuff that you were like seeing around you and things like that?
I think at the time I was probably rapping about stuff I weren't doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was...
But stuff that you knew that was going on around you.
Stuff I was seeing.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff that people around me were probably doing.
Yeah.
I was rapping about, and then blink twice, and you're right in the middle of it.
You're
You know what I'm saying?
involved, innit?
And now it's the other way around. Now it's like shit. I'm actually doing some shit I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. So you obviously got involved in crime and stuff like that. Did you ever get caught up in prison or whatever?
I've got a criminal record. When I went to prison, I only went to prison for just under a week. I shouldn't have even gone to prison in the first place because at court they agreed that I could get bail, not bail, you know, like a surety.
Yeah.
They said if you put $5,000 a surety and live in an address out of London until trial, then you can go on bail.
Yeah, of course.
But we didn't have the $5,000 on us at the time. So they said, you're going to prison until the money comes. And then, alhamdulillah, my cousin went and sorted it out. And then I came out.
Well, what was that? What was the case?
Basically, some people got nicked with a firearm.
Okay.
But my DNA got found on the firearm 7 weeks later. Yeah. Like, someone's already pleaded guilty for the firearm. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know what they're like? They're trying to drag as many people in as they can. And it wasn't my fingerprint, it was my blood. And like I told them, there's 100 reasons why my blood will be on a firearm. You know how much times firearms have been pulled out on me in my life. I can't explain to you why why it's on a firearm, but I can give you 100 reasons why it could be on a firearm.
Yeah.
By the time I got to court, it got thrown out.
So you got thrown out of court?
It got thrown out of court at trial.
Did you learn anything from going to prison?
I didn't go to prison for long, bro, just under a week.
But
I saw enough of prison to know.
What prison did you go to?
Thameside.
Oh, Thameside. Is that you offenders?
No.
It was an adult prison. I've never been there.
Thameside, but it was a new prison.
Yeah.
And I don't think I experienced prison, alhamdulillah, because it's circle officers and stuff like this.
Yeah, true.
And I had a lot of friends in there at the time, so it was a pretty easy ride for just under a week. They were quite. There was a time, when, because these times you could smoke burn, innit? Yeah. And me and my cellmate was chilling, and we ran out of burn. The smokers pack's finished now.
Yeah.
And they're coming to bang us up now. And I said to the guy, I've run out of burn. Bro, he went to the office, got a packet of burn, came and gave me a packet of burn for free, and then banged us up. I was like, shit, it's prison.
The private
this
security.
This is prison. It's not too bad.
It's a private prison, right?
It's a private prison run by Circle.
Okay, that's why it's a bit different in private prisons.
I can imagine, but this is what I'm saying. I can't sit here and pretend like I've gone through the same experiences that you have, because I'm pretty sure that you've done.
Yeah, quite a few years.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Quite a few years in jail. It's a waste man thing, but
waste man thing
is what it is. So, when did you get kind of serious about the music thing?
5 months ago.
No, but you've been around for much longer than that.
Yeah, I was having fun, bro.
It was never serious to make money off it.
Fun. It was never no money. I never did it for the money. Do you know what I'm saying? I was putting about 10% of my energy and my mind into it, and 90% of my energy and my mind into other irrelevant shit.
Yeah, road stuff, obviously.
Road, girls, whatever you could imagine that just right now seems so irrelevant.
Because it's the money in the last few years is changed, isn't it, in the rap game. I've noticed that as well. The money that's there now, it wasn't like that 5-10 years ago. But even
then, I don't do it for the money, bro.
So why though? What did you do it for?
I do it because I love it. I do it because
seriously,
it excites me. It wakes me up. I get out of bed at 6 o'clock every morning, bro. I pray Fajr and I get straight onto my job. I start writing, or I send out my emails, or I do something towards my career, especially before I hit the road. I have to do something towards that.
Seriously,
it's that important to me now.
What was when did you put your first video online? What year was that?
Probably about 2005, something like that. But it wasn't me. Obviously, I was running around with some older people and
they put it online.
And they was in kind of control of the music and the control of the
stuff. Like Channel U days, I think, right?
Probably. I don't think my video even made it to Channel U.
That was Channel U days back in the day.
That's how old it was.
So you've been like, this has been a hobby for you for a long time then?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you said you got like, when I was talking to you before, so when you were hanging out on the roads, what were you seeing, man? What was going on?
I was seeing everything that you could imagine, boy. You see like where I grew up? I grew up around robbers, drug dealers, kidnappers. You name it.
Obviously, your lyrics are like hardcore, innit? They're not just, it's not pop music, it's hardcore rap music.
Yeah, but I can kind of rap about anything.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously you must have been around it. No, you can't really rap about that unless you're around it. You understand what I mean?
I try my best not to glorify it. Like, even though it might sound like I'm glorifying it sometimes, I swear since the beginning I've tried my best not to glorify it. It might come across that way sometimes, but this time on the road hasn't been nice.
Yeah, of course.
It hasn't been like glamorous in any way, shape or form. Do you know what I'm saying?
How did you link Frenzo?
A close friend of mine one time, who's dead now, rest in peace, he told me that I'm gonna make music with this kid called Frenzy. His name was Frenzy at the time.
Yeah.
We was kids. I must have been about 16, 15 or something. He just said, there's this kid called Frenzy, he's good, you're gonna work with him. And I said, cool, say no more. And then he gave me a beat and we just kind of built a relationship then. But Frenzy wasn't doing music.
Okay.
He was messing around, but
Hobby.
yeah, I was doing it as a hobby. He was doing it as even more of a hobby, as a
Yeah.
side thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So obviously, but we've always stayed in touch.
Oh, so you're not from the same area. He's from Stratford.
We are from the same area.
Are you from the same area?
We
but
are from the same
You
area.
link for okay.
More or less. But even though we're from the same area, we're not from the same block. So it's not like we see each other every day. I might have gone a whole year without seeing him at times.
The first time I think I saw one of your videos, actual video, was with Pac-Man. How did you link him?
I met him at a radio station. We were doing a freestyle.
'Cause he's from South, innit? You from
Yeah,
East.
he's from South. Obviously, you see DJ Limelight and Candyman, they tried to do this thing where they was going to get the 4 hottest Asians who they assumed at the time were the hottest to come and do a freestyle. I went there and done the freestyle. And straight after the freestyle, Pac-Man grabbed me and said, listen, bro, you're hard.
Yeah.
And we started linking, we started building a little friendship from there. And to be honest, we're more friends now outside of music than we are in music.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, you were saying that one of your friends that linked you with friends, he passed away. How did he die?
He was killed.
He was killed, yeah? It's not about glorifying the violence on road or whatever. What happened?
I can't even go into details about what happened because
Yeah.
of legal reasons and other things. I can't really go into that side of it anyway.
Must have been a kid yourself, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, there's been people been spreading rumors about you that we spoke
Yeah,
about
yeah.
and whatever. Like, what's with these rumors? Where do they originate from?
To be honest, anything along those lines, yeah, the rumors about me, it's just it's disheartening to hear it, obviously, because the way that I've lived my life for so long, yeah, I make sure that I've lived my whole life with integrity.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I got morals, and there's certain things that I can do, and things that I don't do.
Yeah.
And the people around me know this. The people that are important to me know this, and God knows this. You know what I'm saying? So when people say bullshit about you, at times it can affect you. Do you know what I'm
100.
saying? Even though it's not true, it can affect you. But I think I've got to the point now where I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think with the roads is like rumors are just normal on road. People spreading rumors about each other, but obviously there's never been no paperwork, nothing like that. You understand? It's always just been a rumor. You understand what in the comments or whatever.
Yeah.
There's never
Obviously, it's people trying to twist things for whatever reason they're trying to twist it for. They might see me shining, or they might see that my career is going in a certain way or whatever. But to be honest with you,
like a jealousy thing?
I'm very, very glad that it happened. I'm very, very glad that someone even made those allegations against me because I've taken those allegations now and I've just turned it around into something else in my life. You know what I'm saying?
What do they say? What's that? What's saying again? Any bad publicity is good publicity.
It's not just that. It's the way that it made me feel. That the anger that it gave me, I've used that now.
Yeah. Okay,
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I've cut off a lot of people. I cut off anyone who even dares to insinuate that any of them kind of things could be true about me. I just cut them off straight away.
Yeah, because you know within yourself it's not true.
I know. My people know. God knows the truth.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly,
care what
yeah,
people
yeah.
say. Do you understand?
Yeah, I think people need to understand on the road level. People spread rumors. That's just the road thing, you know.
Yeah.
You'll hear the crazy
But you
rumors.
see
about
rumors,
people.
they spread fast.
Yeah,
And the
but
thing is, I can't even blame people for believing rumors because, there's got to be some sort of a resistance against it.
yeah, it's true.
And me, I was just like, you know what? I know the truth. God knows the truth. The people in the streets know the truth because not a single person from the streets has ever tried to say anything to me about this situation.
Yeah.
And I know people across the whole country. I go to every hood in this country and I'm good. I go everywhere and anywhere. Globally, I go to other countries.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm good. So
Yeah, but
it's never really affected my real life. The only way that it's ever affected me is online.
Yeah, that's how it is nowadays.
Yeah,
Everything's
but
online.
I'm glad that all of that shit's happened because now I'm at a place in my life now where if that never happened or if someone ever tried to talk shit about me, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, bro.
Yeah, true.
Mentally, I wouldn't be where I'm at
Obviously,
today.
you like just straight up and down. You say no, it's all nonsense,
Yeah, of course.
and that's all you can do. What else can you
Yeah.
do? There's nothing else you
I
can do beyond
could,
that.
you can try and explain it, yeah. But obviously, like I said, for legal reasons, you can only go into so much in it.
Of
So
course,
let's
yeah.
just talk hypothetically for a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little insight into the situation, but we're talking hypothetically now, innit? Yeah. Let's just say there's a kid from the end, yeah, a kid from around the way, like 15, 16 years old, yeah, This kid witnesses his friend getting murdered. Yeah, in front of his own eyes. Yeah, he stays with his friend till his friend's last breath. He sees his friend vomiting blood, all of that. Let's just say, hypothetically, this happens. Yeah, so he witnesses his friend getting murdered. Obviously, when the police come, they take this kid in for questioning. Now, this kid told the police that he never saw anything. Yeah, he says that he heard what he thought was fireworks, came around the corner and found his friend on the floor. Yeah, cool. Sticks to that story. The police go now and they hear other stuff. They hear that he was there and that he saw everything. So they decide that they'll be able to break him. They'll be able, because he's young, they'll be able to get him and get him to admit to being there. So they pick him up 3, 4, maybe 5 times after that and interview him again. Every time they interview him, he says, I was not there. I didn't see anything. I heard what I thought was fireworks, came around the corner and found my friend on the floor. Then they give it one last ditch hope. They think, cool, if we can get this guy to the Old Bailey and put him on the stand, he's a young kid, we can break him on the stand. They take this kid to the Old Bailey, they ask him the same question and he said the exact same thing. He heard what he thought was fireworks, come around the corner and find his friend on the floor. And that's that. So for people to even call this kid, this hypothetical kid, a rat, it's preposterous. If people use their common sense, they would know the truth. But people ain't supposed to use their common sense. It's propaganda. They're going to believe what they see.
Yeah, but what I mean is...
People still believe what they see on the news.
But yeah, but it's true. But from the time the kid's saying he didn't see nothing, it's done, isn't it?
It's done.
You understand?
But this is what I'm saying. Me personally, I've never entertained the situation. But now I've absorbed the situation. And I've absorbed a lot of things. Every time someone has tried to do something bad to me in my life, I swear to you, alhamdulillah, I've managed to turn it around and make it work in my favor. Somehow.
That's what you got to do.
In so many different ways, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
You got to turn like a negative into a positive.
And if you knew the way I was living then, before these allegations were being made about me, I wasn't living a good life, you know.
Yeah, you're on the roads and stuff.
I was on a road. My head was in a mess. That happened now, and it might have even spiraled my life a little bit more into the road and into a mess. But if it never happened, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes
you got to go through some madness.
No, you have to. You have to welcome all of that. All of the madness, you got to welcome all of the negative shit because you need to strengthen yourself up to deal with that and become a better person.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is going to happen. It's just the way you deal with it, isn't it?
Bro, it's what positive you can make out of it.
You
see, like, I've had some madness happen to me in my life, bad shit. But after that happened, I moved house. I moved my family out the ends, my kids go to better schools, everything's better now. But I think to myself, well, if that never happened to me, if them youths never did that to me, my kids wouldn't be in a nice school now. So secretly, I should be thanking these people. Obviously, I won't. It's the road. You know how it goes, man. The rules are the rules. But secretly, they've done me a massive favor by doing me dirty because now my kids are in a better school and I live in a better area. So come on, what did I do? I spun it around. You have to see everything that happens here. There's one thing that I heard. I see it all the time, but it's one thing that I make sure I keep in my head at all times, is when they say, not a leaf falls from a tree without Allah's permission.
100%.
And you see that when bad shit be happening in my life sometimes, I just keep replaying that in my head. You can't get stressed about it. How are you going to get stressed about something if every single thing has happened for a reason?
You know, you mentioned that I'm going to say something. So obviously when you came here, first thing, it's time to pray. You know, most people that watch you online, they would never think you pray because obviously they think he's a rapper. You don't pray. You know, that's how people think, innit?
And they got the game backwards.
It was like Frenzo as well. Like, brothers were like, when I was done the interview with him, they were like, oh, bro, we didn't know he thinks like that because he's talking about Palestine and things like that. Do you understand what I mean? I said, because people are too quick to judge.
Of course. See, Frenzo, he's a passionate person.
Yeah, bro, he's deep, you know.
And he might... They know the side of him, the army side of him, but they don't seem to understand it. That guy there, he's got a big heart. He's got a massive heart. He cares a lot.
100%.
Sometimes he cares so much about situation. That's why you see him ranting about it or going mad or completely opposing the whole society because he's angry about the way the other people are being treated and stuff like this. So
now he's real because even like my channel, I think when I linked him, how many subscribers I had? About 1,000, right? So he just kind of reached out. He reached out to me at the blue.
Yeah,
you know.
Your subscribers went crazy, innit?
Yeah, like obviously, like I saw him like my picture, innit? I didn't think, why is this boy liking my picture? You know, he's got like 100,000 subscribers or whatever. I thought it was a fake account. Like, you know, you have them fake fan accounts. So
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
like a fake account. When I looked at it, I was like, right, that's my man's account. And then he's like, come link me. I went to his studio in Stratford.
Is that what you done? Is one?
No. I done his one in East, but I linked him for the first time at his studio, you know. And he just showed me bare love, you know. So when I was rapping to him, when I was talking to him, you see the other side of someone outside social media.
Yeah.
You understand? So people are so quick to judge. No one would have thought like the first thing you do when you come here is pray.
Yeah, but what people don't know is I don't miss a prayer. I
Alhamdulillah.
don't miss a prayer. See, if I miss a prayer, I feel some type of way.
That's good though, man.
Everything shakes. My whole life's upside down if I miss a prayer, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
This is what I mean by where I am today in my life, because I was never like that before. It's taken all of this stuff to happen in my life for me to get to a point now where I can't physically miss a prayer.
How long have you
do-
been praying?
What? 5 times a day?
Just like regularly.
Regularly, very recently.
Very recently, mashallah.
Very recently. Since, like I said, since I've been taking my career more seriously. Because a lot of people will say as well, like, why are you praying if you make music? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
People don't understand, man.
How does that make, no matter what you're doing in life, you should be praying anyway. I don't care what badness you're keeping up with, does not cancel out the fact that you should be praying. Do you know what I'm saying? You still got hope in it. And obviously, I'm not going to be the one to sit there and tell people that music ain't haram, innit? Yeah?
You know, it's not that. It's like, you see what it is. You see, like, what I've noticed with people. I'll give you an example, yeah? Like, there's a difference. Imagine, like, we're sitting here right now, yeah? And let's say we're drinking alcohol right now. In private, though, no cameras. That's different to drinking alcohol with the cameras on. You understand what I mean? It's like a different thing. So what people don't understand, they think, oh, you're a hypocrite, though. Why you... Like, so the thing is, they come across like, why are you praying for? Because you're rapping.
Yeah, but
But they don't understand, like, just because you might do one thing wrong, don't mean you do everything wrong.
100%, I've had that same mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people, I ain't gonna lie, I used to go to restaurants and stuff, yeah, and I used to say to them, is the meat halal? And they used to say, and then I used to ask them for maybe stuff for like alcoholic beverage. And they'll get bare confused. They'll be like, listen, what do you mean is the meat halal? You used to ask me for, but obviously, just because I'm doing one thing wrong doesn't mean I should be doing everything wrong. Like, just because, like, let's just say, if we use the law as an example, just because you're a thief doesn't mean that you should also be a rapist now because you're doing one crime. I might as well do them all.
100%.
Do you know what I'm
People
saying?
don't understand, especially on social media, like, people would jump on your back quickly.
Fast,
you know, I posted a picture of one of my old cars, like from the Red Beam. When was that? It was like 20 years, isn't it? So about 20 years ago, this car, I've still pictures of it here, must have posted online. And someone just got onto me. Like, bro, why are you posting that picture? Blah, 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 haram lifestyle and all that. I was like, bro, it's a picture of a car, man. You know?
Shouldn't even responded to that, bro. People like that. No, I'm telling you, the people in the comment section, people that DM you sometimes, they're whack jobs, bro. I'm done with people.
When I had friends on the podcast,
I can only imagine what kind of backlash you got from that.
People were on my DMs, like, you know, people telling me, this guy's not even a Muslim. So I'm telling man, yo, like, you need to fear Allah what you're saying, you know. Like, you don't know the guy, I know the guy, I talk to him. Do you understand what I mean? These
people must be perfect in every way, shape, and form.
I said to him, you know, there's a hadith from the Prophet ﷺ. He said that if you call like someone a believer, that he says he's not a Muslim, that come back and hit you.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? I said to the brother, yo, bro, take it easy, man. What you saying? Control your tongue.
Me doing music is better than the other stuff that I do. By far, I can't even accept people when they tell me, no, it's not because this and because of the cameras and and people see it. I'm saying, bro, you don't know what I do. You don't know the other side of my life.
Just for the fact that you've got awareness, though, you understand. Like, you know, you said yourself, I'm not going to say it's halal. You understand what I mean? So you've got that awareness at least, you know?
Yeah, let me ask you this quickly, You see UFC, do you think it's halal or haram?
My personal opinion?
In your opinion.
I think it's haram.
You think it's haram?
Yeah.
I think it's haram. So obviously, I'm not the judge, innit?
But that's what I'm saying.
But man are beating each other up for a living.
The Prophet said, don't hit people in the face.
Yeah.
That's a hadith, you know?
Really battering each other for paper.
Each other. So I'm not a scholar. That's not a fatwa, yeah? Like, I don't want man to get on me.
That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I still respect Khabib but he's trying to get out of it now. And I hear him say, my maker wouldn't be happy with me tying people in, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I respect.
Everyone's got their struggle.
I feel like that was his calling in life. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he was built for.
100.
He's done that now. So I need to do what I'm built for. What gets me out of bed in the morning, that's positive. The one thing, apart from the other shit that I do, bro, the other shit that I've done in my life, bro, that is way worse than this, bro. And that led to...
Man, just because you do one thing wrong, it doesn't mean you should do everything wrong. That's
100%.
100%. And Like, what you doing? Are you doing anything outside music or just music right now?
I just do music, bro. That's it. And you see what the one thing that people don't understand about my life is that my life, alhamdulillah, is great. You know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed in so many ways that I wouldn't even be able to reel off how I'm so blessed, bro. Every time I blink, I get another blessing, bro. It's like my whole life is one miracle after miracle after miracle, bro. Down to this morning, things are happening in my life that just show me how blessed I am. You get me?
Mashallah, it's good you have the attitude, though.
I'm telling you, but it's a fact, though. I swear down to you. I don't know what people think about me or how people think my life is. Yeah,
that's good. That's good to have the attitude.
My
still,
life
man.
is, my personal life as well is unbelievable.
I know,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? It's
I know,
unbelievable.
man. I know, bro's sitting at M5 with the depressed.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
I'm not
about
joking.
it.
Like, seriously, man.
That's the worst thing about it because they just haven't. They haven't found their, whatever you call it, your frequency or your calling or whatever it is. It takes a very specific set of things to happen in your life for you to say, cool, you know what? Because I'll be honest with you, I haven't been happy in my whole life until now. I ain't been happy since I was a child. Seriously. My whole life on the roads, it's just been this is the real life of the road. It's been one nightmare after the, you know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a Muslim. I don't know. It's never really sat right in my belly. On my younger days, we did some horrible things. And that's why when bad things have happened to me in my life, I've always just thought, you know what? That's my karma for some horrible shit I did when I was young or some horrible shit I did in my early days. You know what I'm saying? So I've always accepted bad things when they happen to me. I'm like, cool. Maybe now we're even.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'd rather deal with my punishment here than deal with it in the next life. So when bad shit happens to me, I'm quick to accept it, you know. Do you know what I'm saying?
So it seems to me, just by what you just said, you differentiate between music and the road life.
Of course. Yeah,
but so a lot of people try to mix the two and try to...
No, the two are definitely mixed, as in like, man do music and man do road, innit? But when I'm telling man, the music is the only other thing man know apart from the road.
But I'm saying you personally...
Road is dead.
Yeah, you personally, you know exactly. You personally wouldn't say to a younger, yo, the road, that's the way forward, go I
wouldn't even tell a man that music is the way forward unless he was good at it. If I saw a man that was really good at it and I knew that he'd have and he was already on the road, I might tell him, you know what, the music is better for you than the road. Because in my opinion, the music is better for you than the road. Only because the music could be a means to something else now. Like I might make music for 5 years and then who knows where that's going to lead me. I might be a movie star. You never know where it's going to lead you. All I know is that I wake up every single morning now and I'm thinking about my music. I'm focused on it, on perfecting it and getting it right. Instead of waking up every morning worried about this guy and that guy and
police.
I need to go collect money. I need to do this.
Yeah.
What man don't seem to realize about me personally, any of my friends would tell you, bro, on these roads, I haven't had the best luck, bro. I've had good years. I've had years when I was up. I've had bad years. Do you know what I'm saying? But I haven't had the best luck, yeah. But I kept smiling through all of it. Yeah. I was always in good spirits through all of it. I've lost a lot more than I've made. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's not really meant for me. That's why I'm trying to get as far away from it as possible now, because I don't think it was meant for me. Because as I got older now, I deal with people in a certain way, yeah. I got a lot of love in my heart, I got a big heart, and I deal with people like that. And I feel like on the roads, you can't really have a big heart and deal with people like that. You got to have a certain level of cutthroat about you.
You got to be
be handling what you need to handle in the streets. And 100%. I realized so many times in my life where it's not that. People will take advantage of you otherwise. I've done things before only because I don't want to be taken advantage of, and I feel like man are taking a piss. Man are taking a piss out of me. I need to do this, and I'll do something. But it's not like my heart was in. It's not like I wanted to do it.
You know what? Just talking to you, seem like you're like a deep thinker. Like you think deep about stuff, because you know a lot of people they won't like they will never admit certain things. You know, like, you see enough of these rappers, they would never say to you, "Oh, bro, road wasn't good."
Because they're not. I don't think a lot of people are comfortable in themselves right now. You see, like I'm comfortable in who I am and my badness. I don't have to try and be bad, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because I'm comfortable in my badness. I don't have to try and pretend like I'm anything, bro. That's why I can make music about anything right now. I got a love song coming out next month, bro. Do you understand? I've gone full sweet. I can come out and make a love song tomorrow because I'm comfortable. I know who I am. I know what I do. I know what I'm capable of.
So you made a track about your son, right?
I never made a track about my son. I mentioned my son in it. I mentioned him in it.
Yeah, the baby in your hand and stuff.
Bro, I got bare kids, you know, bro.
How many kids you got?
I ain't even going to say on this camera, bro.
Seriously?
I got bare kids. Do you know what I'm saying? I got bare kids.
Are you married or?
Alhamdulillah, I'm married still. But obviously, I'm a man. I'm with my kids all the time.
Okay.
I do 2 school runs a day.
Okay.
Even when I was fully on road, I still made sure I was with my kids every day. I I love my kids. That's my life. You know what I'm saying? I wake up. That's what I'm telling you about my life. My life is great, bro. You don't understand my kids. My kids are amazing.
You know, a lot of people that are not from the road, they think, you know, some of the rappers, they be all day just like selling drugs and shooting people on the road and all that. I'm like, bro, it's not even like that, you know?
Nah, man. Man's had off days. Things have happened. But day-to-day life, bro, like, I'm trying to stay as far away from the road as I possibly can right now because I know what I'm like. And man's had altercations and situations very recently that only God has blessed me for me to even still be here talking to you today, bro. Even down to stuff that's happened this morning, bro. It's a miracle that I'm sitting there talking to you today, bro. And I'm trying to take full advantage of that and not take the piss.
Do you know what Styles P? Do you know what Styles P said once?
What's that?
We spoke about the road in jail. He said, what did he say? Because it's easy to get in, it's hard to get out. So
it's almost impossible to get out. That's why you feel trapped. And especially with the situations that I was in once upon a time. There was a time in my life where I'd lost so much dough that I spent years in the mine. One thing when you wake up because you want to make dough and you want to shine. It's another thing when you wake up and you haven't got a choice but to shower and hit these roads, because I'm a man of morals. See, anytime I ever owed anybody anything, I paid that. There was never a time that I thought it was acceptable to owe somebody something. I remember we're speaking very hypothetically here as well. We're not talking about grub or anything. It could be anything that we're talking about.
Of course,
I always made sure I paid people. You see what I was saying before about being too nice sometimes on the road. Well, it's not for man, because there was a time. I'll give you an example. Someone owed me some money for something. That I just tried to make someone meet someone, whatever, and that person got given fake notes or something happened in it. So now they owe me some peas. And they was like, just give me to the end of the month and I give you the piece. I said, cool. But he said, take my watch, and if I don't pay you at the end of the month, you can sell my watch. And is that the Kermit right there?
Yeah, that's it.
He gave me the Kermit. I put the Kermit in the Game of Thrones video. If you watch the Game of Thrones video now, you actually see.
This was recently, yeah?
This was when the Game of Thrones came out. This was when
that was the Kermit. Yeah, that was the old Kermit. Yeah.
I had the Kermit. And he said that if in 28 days, because obviously whatever the situation was, money had to be paid, innit?
Of course.
He said, if I don't pay you in 28 days, then just sell the watch. These times the watch was worth way more than 5 bags. The watch was going for about 13. 28 days went past, and so now I'm well within my rights to sell the watch. The guy even said to me, bro, but I like the brother. He was a brother as well, as a Muslim brother. I could understand the situation he was in. I couldn't bring it to myself to sell the watch.
Seriously.
I couldn't bring it. I had every right, bro. He was telling me, you're within your right to go and sell the watch. That's a big dream.
What did you do?
I just gave him more time. I gave him another month. Gave him another month after that. I just wore the watch, took it to Iceland. Most man
would have took that watch.
Yeah, but he's a brother, innit? And I knew his situation, it was bad, innit? And that's the thing. I've understood people's situations so many times in my life, bro. Like, you know, even down to my friends. If you're hanging around with your friends all the time and your friend owes you money, what do? You're going to go and stab up your friend over some money.
That's
when in these roads, you're going to have to. On these roads, if you want to really, you're going to have to do what it takes.
You know, one thing you said as well, and I always tell, especially the youngers that watch these videos, innit? I say to them, look, like, stop looking at the one bread that you might think is making dough on road, because for that one bread that's making money, 900 are probably not. They're stuck in just the rat race. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but everyone's got an individual story. Just because one man is succeeding, it's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You hit the road and might have. I know man that's hit the road and in their first week of being on road, finished, yeah, jail. And I know man that's been on road for 20 years and never had nothing. It's just whatever God's got planned for you, God's got planned for you, bro. Don't test it too much.
And like, you know, like that's what you said, man. That stuff, what you said is profound. Like, bro, that's not the way, you know. See that risk you take on road? Because obviously my channel, that's what it's about, innit?
Yeah, that's why I like your channel, because I'll be honest with you, I respect what you're doing, because at least it gives people an insight into the other side of it, especially with all this glamorizing that's going on. I never understood it. I see, like when you see a video, on YouTube or something, and a man will be on the phone to his brethren in jail or something, and they'll be talking down the phone. Yeah, man, like, me, HMP, and I'm just like, bro, you're making jail sound quite cool, you know. You're making jail sound quite good. When you hang up that phone, what are you gonna do? You're gonna just be sitting there sad, but you're on the phone. Yeah, me, HMP. Shut up, man.
You know, you said that. I made a video about. It was one video about Joe where I was saying, oh man, Joe's grimy. And my brethren phoned me from West London. And he goes, Ak, but you should tell them though how. I said, Ak, I can't even bring myself to say some of the things that man was doing in jail to survive. You know, people are all sticking phones inside them, and
that's standard.
I'm like, bro,
that's
when you go back and think about it, it's like, bro, look as a human what you put yourself through. Bro, you know what I've seen in my own eyes? I've seen a brer take weed at his bottom, man, bust the weed. Everyone takes a zoot out and puts the weed back up his bottom, and like,
I see man do that shit on road, bro. I see man do that shit on holiday, bro.
Like, but you see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that when I look back now, I feel, what was man thinking, bro?
Yeah, but it's a scatty life, bro.
Yeah, but that's the right word to use, because my brethren said to me, he goes, bro, tell them, innit?
Who promised them a clean life, bro? It's scatty,
I said, I can't even bring myself around to tell man.
Yeah,
the man's all giving you a phone to use, and the phone smells of shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's one side of it being scatty. But whoever promised them it weren't going to be scatty, the man that are getting stabbed to death, bro. That's scatty. It's dirty all the way around. There's nothing about it that ain't dirty.
You know what? One thing that that brother B Double said. He said, "You see, that game is oppression from the start to the end. It's all oppression."
Yeah.
And that's 100% true, you know.
Obviously, it's different in every scenario, but I know exactly what he means by I've met oppressors in my life. I've met people that will just try and control your mind and control everything that you do. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, I think when you came here, you were one of your brethren, they noticed the smokers outside.
Yeah.
So see this road, this was our front line basically back in the day. And you know what? It makes me sad, because when we were growing up, you wouldn't see no smokers here. It's not just, you know, I don't even like using the word junkie and crackhead.
Yeah.
I don't like using them words, man.
But you see me, I'll be honest, obviously, I don't know if I should always be admitting my shit on camera, but I had a very bad alcohol problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I used to drink a lot of alcohol.
How did you deal with it?
What do you mean? How did I stop?
Yeah, how did you do?
Woke up one day and said, this is enough.
Seriously?
I got pissed off. You know, I just got pissed off with the world. I said, you know what? I'm not going to war with myself anymore, bro. I'm just gonna go stone cold sober. Now I promise you, I wake up every day at Fajr. I pray. I prepare myself for war, even though there is no war. I prepare myself mentally for war with anyone, and then I go about my day.
How long were you drinking for?
Since young, bro. And
it was
strong, like consistently drinking. I'd say for my
every day
for like 8 years.
Every day,
but I feel.
What type of vodka?
Man's on the road, man drinking yak every day.
What's yak? I'm not a drinker.
Cognac, Hennessy, Cavossier, Remy, whatever. Man drinking that shit. Like water. Man drank more yak than man did water. And you can ask anyone I was around. It was ridiculous. But you wouldn't even notice that there's a problem.
And it
seemed like there was a problem.
And you just woke up one day and said, bam, done.
I got pissed off, innit? Because I felt like people were saying some shit to me, yeah? There's some shit going on in my life where some shit was said about me, yeah? Totally different shit was said about me. And it was like, it was so much, it was so untrue. Like it didn't even have a basis. Like someone said something about, a friend of mine said something about me that didn't even have no basis or nothing. And like, I feel like, I don't know what it was, like, Jins was at, well, you know, like people have mental health issues or whatever it was, because things have been said about me that are totally imaginary. Do you know what I'm saying? So they come from somewhere. So, and I just sat there and I was hurt so much by what was said, that, and by who it was said by, it just pissed me off. It pissed me off to the point it just pushed me over the edge. I said, you know what, fuck this shit. I ain't having this shit no more. Man are talking about me all the time, making things up about me and whatever. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go to war with everyone. I'm going to go to war with everyone, bro. I don't care.
So the on inside you made you just bam.
It just made me had enough, bro. And like I said, when you have to prepare yourself mentally for war, as a Muslim, you understand in your head that you can't die in any state apart from being sober.
You know, what people don't know, you know, alcohol kills more people than heroin and all them things there.
Does it?
Yeah, 100. Like, that's a fact. Alcohol is the biggest kill of all them.
But I weren't alcoholic. See, like when you see alcoholics walking down the street and they're alcoholics and they're drinking cans of beer and shit, it wasn't like that. I'm in the street, so
yeah, I know what you mean.
Man, just in the street pouring yak every 2 seconds. And man, is like 1 p.m. Go get a bottle. And it's just like, man, still functioning. Man, still out here looking good. And what I'm saying is, I used to be at video shoots drinking and whatever. And if you notice, about a year, even about 6 months ago, I look totally different to how I do now. If you notice, I look totally different. As in, like, I've grown my hair. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I got my hair paid. I got iced out and shit. I look totally different to how I did 6 months ago. But people, even my friends or people that say they're my friends, sometimes it's like they would rather me be that guy that I was 6 months ago. Man. And I'm just like, bro, like, are you going mad or something? Do you know how happy I am in my life right now? Why are you just not happy for me? Like, do you know how happy I am now? Even the fans sometimes, they say some shit. You seem like the fans say, oh, old bake. I'm like, shut up, man. You don't know. You want me to be like that before, because what, I look good on the camera, it might look like that, but you don't know what I was going through in my personal life. I weren't functioning like that. I gotta look after a lot of kids. I gotta protect my family. I need to be on point 24/7, 365. I'm ready for whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Outside music, what's your future plans? Outside music,
Nothing.
as a person though, you must have
music and raising my kids. That's it.
Raising your kids, right? Yeah,
and just being prepared for any eventuality in between. That's it, bro.
But as for your deen and stuff, you say you pray 5 times a day and stuff like that.
That's all I do. I'll be honest with you. The fact that I'm praying 5 times a day, I kind of find
big,
that I'm in locations where I should be now.
Yeah, that's big.
Allah puts me in places where I should be, and I'm confident. I'm so confident that whatever's written for me will reach me now. And if it's not written for me, it won't reach me.
Have you got any plans, inshallah, like Hajj, Umrah and things like that?
Do you know what? I don't even understand Hajj and Umrah as much as I should, because I've never actually studied it. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously I know that I want to do these things in my life. But now with these restrictions going on with flying and stuff, I don't even know if it's like, I'll ask you a question, obviously it's your opinion. Like, it's still obligatory on you if you have to get the vaccine to go there?
I don't know.
That's a strange one, isn't it?
That's not for me to answer. It's a big question.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been Hajj, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I've done Hajj twice.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sick.
I used to go Saudi on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And while we're there, we make Umrah obviously while we're there, and whatever. To be honest with you, with me personally, Saudi played a big part in my change.
Okay,
yeah, played a big part.
Why though?
You see, like, you know how you said you stopped smoking drink alcohol in one day.
Yeah.
How I stopped selling drugs. I don't know if you heard the story.
Which one?
I read a book in prison. It was the book was called The Characteristics of the Hypocrites by Ibn Qayyim. So remember, I'm in jail now, like in the peak of it. Like when we were in jail, we were like in the mix, like just doing madness. So I read this book, and as soon as I finished reading the book, I prayed in it because I felt like that consciousness in it, like boom. And that book always stayed with me in my head, innit?
Yeah.
So when I was on road, I'm not even gonna lie, I'd be inside nightclubs thinking, bro, what am I doing?
The book in your head.
I was there. What am I doing? And I told
after you came out of jail, the book was still in your head.
Yeah, he wouldn't leave me in it, like, because I don't know, just some things. You know, like when you read Malcolm X's biography, it's just one thing that made him. That thing just hits you sometimes. You know, it was there. So I'm in nightclubs. I'm not feeling it. And you know what they say? I'm living like people think I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
You know, from the outside.
Yeah.
And I told this story before. I think I've told the story. I was going to Marbella, to Spain.
Marbella?
Yeah, for a meeting. Yeah. For a meeting. Had a gold kettle on them things there, innit? So with one go, I took the kettle off because Muslims, we can't wear gold. So I took the kettle off and I had a diamond pinky, a gold one. And she's looking at me like, what's this madman doing?
Taking off when you're praying?
Nah, because the plane's about to take off, innit?
Oh, so you thought
I'm thinking, if something goes wrong, you know, I don't want to die with gold on me and them things there.
Die with no gold on me.
But I can look at this, you know, like you said earlier, like just because you do one thing, I'm on the plane with some lighty, going to do some madness, and I'm taking my gold off and all them things there, but it was there, innit? You understand what I mean? And then one day, I'm on the motorway. I'm going to drop some to Leicester. I'm going to drop some money to Leicester. Some people over there. And I'm in the car, and I'm thinking, yo, bro, this is done, man. I can't keep doing this. I'm done.
When your heart's not in something,
I said, bro, I gotta stop this, you know, because you know what it was. But listen how crazy this is. So I said, yo, I'm done with this, man. But you know, the devil, he said, nah, bro, man, don't be stupid, man. 3 more years, you know.
Man said 3 years. How much can happen in 3 years?
And I'm on this drive now on the motorway, just fighting myself. I said, yo, bro, it's done. Call it a day. You know, this is gonna end bad. So anyway, I said I'm gonna bounce. So I phoned up my brethren, I call him my Cody, that's my guy, like my partner. I said, bro, I'm out.
He just phoned him and told him I'm out.
Yeah, I said, bro, I'm done, I'm gone, innit? I said, I'm out here. And I was there. And he's like, what? But Bear Man is thinking like,
they think you gone mad, innit?
That's exactly what they think, yo, this guy's gone mad, you know, I was there. So I said, yo, I need to come out here now. So I went straight to the Middle East. Like when I said I'm out, a week or 2 later, I'm on the plane, innit?
Yeah.
I said, I need to get out of this environment.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. You stop having your heart in it. If you're not comfortable somewhere, you have to not be there no more, man.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't find myself comfortable anywhere anymore. I don't even find myself comfortable linking my friends, bro.
Seriously.
Because I know what I'm doing right now. I'm obsessed with my music right now. What I'm doing right now, I know what I'm doing. And I'm doing it to the best of my ability. And where I'm not smoking and I'm not drinking, I'm not doing certain things, I find it very difficult to socialize.
Yeah.
I'm dead at socializing. I don't even go to family gatherings anymore because I can't socialize for longer than half an hour, bro. I went to Novikov recently with my friends, you get me? My brothers came home from jail, whatever. He said, cool, we're going to go Novikov and eat. Man's gone Novikov now, obviously. I'm having a good time at first, good food, everything. But everyone's smoking, drinking, going outside, bunning zoots, coming back in, ordering cocktails, doing all of this shit. There's only so much mocktails I can drink before I'm just like... And then just go downstairs, we're partying downstairs. But I know what it's like. If I was drinking and smoking, I swear I could have stayed there till 6 a.m. It got to like midnight and I was just like, is someone going to drop me home? Because I just need to go home. I know where I'm comfortable. I just want to go home to my kids. And then I've got other things I need to handle on the road. Once I've done that, I just want to do my music and that's it. Very, very specific things I can do now. You know
that's big though, like, that's big that you don't even like being in that environment no more.
I would like to be in there. I would like to be able to be around people. So it's sad for me that I can't link people that I love. But what it is with me, I'm on a mission right now doing what I'm doing and it's working. Let me just continue doing what I'm doing. Once I've accomplished doing what I'm doing, I've achieved what I'm doing, I will definitely go back for my friends. I'll go back for my brothers and make sure that if there's opportunities for people to
it's big though.
come out of the road, you know what I'm saying? I can provide them.
It's big that you left a lot of negativity behind, the weed, the alcohol, the road and stuff, and you're trying to go in a different direction.
It wasn't nice, man. Obviously, there's a way of doing things, innit, I suppose. I know people that drink and have a lot of fun drinking. But I got to the point where mum was drinking a lot, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man. I wasn't sleeping right.
And, you know, if you could, like... I always try to end with this with my guests, innit, yeah? If you could give the youths, like, the younger generation an advice, what would it be?
Find something you love doing, yeah. Find something that keeps your blood warm, that'll make you jump out of bed at 6 a.m. every morning, you get me? Find something that you're obsessed with. No, I don't care what it is. Like, some men are just obsessed with a woman. If you find yourself a good woman and you're obsessed with her, burn it. Spend your time and attention on it. Keep your mind busy. Don't let your mind wander too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't sweat. Like, nothing. And one main thing I would say is everyone needs to stop caring about what people say and what people think. Do you understand? I get into it so much with my brothers. I have man phoning me sometimes and be on the phone till like 3 a.m. just to tell me what this guy's doing, what that guy's doing. And in my head, I'm just like, bro, seriously, this where you're at? Like, I can't be. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop worrying about what people say. Nobody cares about you apart from your family, your immediate family, maybe your wife, your kids. Apart from that, your few close friends that you've got, nobody cares about your life. Do you understand? So you need to care about your life and do what you need to do, bro. And everyone needs to stop being so scared all the time.
100, man. Now, you know what? Before this, I didn't know nothing about your life. But that's why I said that, like, I wanted to know more about you myself, like where you're from and stuff. And I feel on this podcast like we've learned a lot about you as a person.
That's why I did it.
Outside the music.
Because with the music, there's only so much they can know
even
about
like
me.
Even me, like every guest that comes on, I learn something from every guest, innit? You understand what I mean? Like I learn a person's mentality. Yeah. You know, you see this show, I wouldn't even have a bro on here that's gassing like the roads, like the way forward. I'll be like, nah, I'm good, man, you know? So that's always been my thing, man. Like, because I know a lot of these bravs that are in the rap scene or whatever, people are quick to judge them as Muslims, but there's a lot more going on behind that. You know,
I don't think a lot of men have been out here long enough.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if you've been out here as long as I have, bro, man's
you see
been
a lot of
out
stuff.
Here, man's survived wars, man's been in and out of problems, man's been through so much. A man's been to hell and back 100 times, bro. The fact that I'm still here talking to you now, like I said, alhamdulillah, bro. Not a lot of men will be able to do that. And I still got my full mental capacity. I can still think for myself, and I don't feel like I got any mental health problems. Do you know what I'm saying?
Alhamdulillah.
So I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm too blessed. If you knew how blessed I was, bro, there was no one in this world that would ever feel sorry for me, bro, because I feel sorry for people because they don't have the same peace. I never had that peace. I'm at peace, bro. I know it might seem strange because I'm on road and I do mad stuff, but I'm fully at peace, bro.
Now, especially with what you say with the drinking and the weed and all that.
That was mad.
That's a massive step forward, man.
I couldn't go a day without drinking, bro. You know how bad that is? I get to lunchtime, I'll be with my brethren, obviously my partner, so we're together all the time. Lunch, want to get lunch? Go get lunch. Bottle of wine, boom, boom, bam. It was mad. It was mad. And we're like I said, my dad was on the road and stuff, so he never really stopped me from doing any of this stuff. I was burning weed from a young age.
How's your relationship with your dad now?
Very good. Very good. He's in Pakistan right now, trying to do a few good things, you get me? But
that's good,
man, I respect my dad for the fact that he's you know what I'm saying, he's a solid guy. He tried. You see, like it's not like he didn't try. That's why he went to prison. He went to prison because he tried to make it easy
For
for
money.
us. You know what I'm saying? Cool, it went left, but at least he tried, innit? I can look at, I know he tried, innit? And I wouldn't even want him to try again because he's been jail, he's been lived a crazy hectic
around the
life.
block, as they
he's
say.
tired and he needs to just relax. Do you know what I'm saying?
Now, obviously, you've seen a lot of things in your life, and you've been around, and you've had a lot of personal experiences of tragedy and pain and stuff like that.
Heartbreak. You see how
Heartbreak.
many times on these roads your heart will get broken 1,000 times.
100%.
Not a lot of man can recover from that. I've had years of my life where I was heartbroken from women, bro. And it was hard enough to. I know some of the stone cold killers, bro, that have been heartbroken by women, bro, and it ruined them.
That's real, man.
Man, take it seriously. Like, man, take every little
100.
thing in your life seriously, bro.
Of course.
People obsessed with women, and like, even though he might be this guy on the road and he's ridiculously dangerous human being, just know he goes to bed at night every single night thinking about a woman that he doesn't have anymore. I've been there. I've been that guy. I've spent hours, I've spent years of my life thinking about what could have been and women that I lost. But bro, be honest with you, bro, if I could go back and change anything in my life, bro, I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change one thing about my past, bro. Not one. Do you know why? Because it got me to where I am today. And where I am today is exactly where I want to be. Do you understand?
You know, sometimes you know you got to go down a certain road to avoid something worse. Do you understand what I mean? And this is what people don't understand. You know, sometimes when I get caught in traffic, I think I'll get kind of like, I think to myself, maybe Allah stop me
From having a car crash.
from something further down. You understand what I mean?
That happened to me all the time. And like I said, again, a leaf don't fall from a tree without Allah's permission. And there's a reason why you have to keep reassuring yourself of that. Because bad shit's going to happen all the time. Today, this morning, I got stopped by the police. Yeah. All now my car's in a pound.
Yeah.
I need to go get my car at the pound. Yeah. But as soon as it happened, I was like, alhamdulillah. Because by that happening, I avoided another.
You don't know what you avoided.
Put it this way, miracles happen all the time for me. And this morning, I got blessed once again. And I think I needed this next blessing just as a reminder, bro. Just a reminder of how much Allah has blessed me and how much He loves me. And that's what's going to keep me going now. For the next 6 months, I'm going to go off and I'm going to have the drive that I need just based upon what's happened this morning. Do you know what I'm saying? And my car's in a pound.
You seem
Why am I
very
so happy? I'm happy because it could have been a lot worse.
You seem very motivated to just keep progressing forward.
Bro, I wake up every day at Fajr time and I start my day. That's another thing, you know. See me, I used to wake up at like midday, bro. I used to have my kids trying to wake me up for school. I'm still fresh out, bro. I've been on road all night. I wasn't making no school runs in the morning. I wasn't doing nothing. Now I wake up. I don't care what I do in my like on road or whatever. It don't matter to me because as a dad, I'm still a good dad. I wake up. I wake my kids up in the morning now. I'm shaking them, get out of bed, get in the shower, get ready for school. Do you understand? Before, I don't feel like I was even a good role model for my kids.
100.
They might not have known it. Do you know what I'm saying? They might not have known it. Now I feel like, you see, before I'm done doing what I'm doing, before I finish this mission of mine, but I don't care what effect I have on people or whatever, yeah, I feel like I will be an inspiration to people in some way, shape or form. Even if it's just down to hard work and work ethic and dedication. I'm not giving a shit about what people say and think, bro. I will be able to inspire a whole generation of people. Do you understand? And how to be better.
You know, one thing you said about your kids, you know, like when we was on road, you want to keep it real with your people, your boys, your crew, your neighborhood. But man ain't keeping it real with their kids, with the wife, with the mum, with the dad, with no one, man.
But obviously, if you got a good wife or a good woman, yeah, you don't even know how much you're needed at home because she's doing all the jobs. But if she had just kept it real with you, you probably would be at home more. But when you got a woman doing everything, yeah, doing all the school runs, never complaining, doing this, doing that, then you excuse yourself. Bro, I used to, every Friday, I used to just dip out and come back on Sunday. Do you understand? So my kids go to school Monday, Friday, and then I'll dip out on a Friday to go let my boy because my boy will be alone otherwise because his baby mum goes to our mums or whatever. So I'll link him on Friday. And mum wouldn't even probably sleep until Sunday. We'd just be crying and doing what we're doing. But my kids are at home, bro. The weekend, the one time that they've got to spend time with me,
you're out.
I'm fucking about. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the road life.
I'm fucking about. For what?
That's the road life, man.
For ultimately for everyone to just turn on you anyway. It's like, what's the point, bro?
That's true.
But I've learned, bro. I'll be honest with you. And everything that's happened in my life was written this way, bro. And I've learned it. I've learned from it. See, like, I could be miserable if I wanted to be miserable, bro. But
that's good, though.
I'm too blessed.
That's good. You're trying to like take the positive at everything, man.
There is only positive.
I've seen too many bros. I've seen too many people give up on life, man.
Yeah, so have I, bro.
Too many people just give up.
I gave up on life, bro. I gave up on life for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
For a very long time I gave up. Have you ever given up on life?
Nah, man.
You ever been miserable?
Actually, don't get me wrong. Like, because of like the life we lived, you know, there's times where it's peak. Just that I mean. But I've been someone that had a lot of people rely on me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't fold.
Yeah.
If I fold,
That's
everyone
good though.
folds.
You stay very optimistic throughout it all. You get
You
me?
understand what I mean? So it was like, just keep pushing or whatever. Because, you know, ultimately, you see, it's the deen, innit?
Yeah.
For me, it's the deen. The deen.
But have you always had that in your heart strong though?
Yeah,
Have you always prayed?
Yeah, you know, from youth offenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously that's where I learned about Islam in prison.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Islam on road. I didn't know. You know, like you said, you didn't know a lot of things. I never knew how to pray.
It's the same for me. My parents didn't teach us.
Yeah, I learned to pray in prison. You understand what I mean or whatever. So, and this was like 18, 19 years old. So I've always had it, even though I wasn't like practicing it the way I should be.
Yeah.
It's always been like a massive part of my life, innit? Do you understand what I mean or
That
whatever?
will keep you strong.
Yeah,
And now
100%.
it's keeping me strong. No matter what happens in my life, and no matter what I do, I don't care what
pe-
no one says. I'm praying, innit?
People
I don't
don't.
care if I got to do a madness later on. I'm still gonna go home and pray straight up.
100%. People don't understand, like, you know, how much that helps, you know, as you as a person. Is there anything you like, before we finish, is there anything you like to say to the viewers? Anything?
Just keep watching Kicking Up Dust Media. Do you know what I'm saying?
Respect,
Keep watching
man.
your thing and keep watching my thing, man. If you want to know more about me, and
What's
the
your
fine
Instagram? What's your
details
Instagram?
about me,
What's your
my Instagram is Shaker the Baker. All of my social medias are Shaker the Baker. If you want to follow me, just go to Shaker the Baker. But obviously, we've touched on a few topics here today. But if people really want to know more and really see what's really going on in my life and really get the fine details of what it's been like, then they're gonna have to follow me. They're gonna have to follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube.
I want to big up Shaker. He came from far, came all the way from East. So I'll big him up for coming down. And to all the viewers, enough respect for watching. Kicking Up Dust Media. Back soon with some more content. Peace.